Hey y'all, it's Honey Priestess. Welcome to my channel. I know this is your first video. I'm super excited about it. So this is going to be the general monthly for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for November 2019. If you are not a Cancer or this is not November 2019 and you felt guided to be here, you're in the right place, okay? Check the description box down below for any disclaimers, for the decks that I have, and any other information you might need. And let's get started. So I pulled some energy oracle cards for you. I have 4, and then we're going to look at the bottom of the deck. I have Goddess of the Moon, 52 breaking down to a 7. Strategy, 21 breaking down to a 3. 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. I just don't work with archangels personally, so if this is for you, take it as you need it. But this is the 5th chakra card, 39 breaking down to a 3. And Angel of Love, 49 breaking down to, what is that, 4? Yeah. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have Happy Family with 4. So, all right. Initially, I'm kind of getting that you might be getting like a creative hit, like an intuitive hit, but it's creative. Like maybe you have an idea for something, maybe you've been working on this idea for something. Maybe you figured out how to execute it, or you're just really sure about what you want to do. I also kind of get the feeling that like maybe you've calmed down a bit. Like maybe it's been a really fun time where it's been solid, something to like kind of energy of like everything's been cool. Haven't been necessarily unhappy, haven't been terribly happy, just kind of like coasting, like haven't really had any problems with anything. And now you're getting to this point where you're like, okay, I have goals, right? And it's time to start planning them out. It's time to start figuring out a plan to go towards them. Maybe there are some plans that you've lost touch with a bit, and it's coming back on your spirit basically to address that and make moves towards it. I feel like that's why the strategy cards come up. This is a card of intuition, like really strong intuitive hits. And then this card is like obviously what it sounds like, strategy, like planning, trying to figure out how to execute all of that. Okay, you guys might really want to take advantage of the new moon, even just the waxing phase in general, to decide on what you want and to speak it into existence. You should be really careful about your words. But I feel like your manifesting power is like on 10. It might be, I feel like that's just Cancer in general. You guys can pretty much emotionally roll yourself into anything you want when it's focused correctly, when that energy is focused correctly. But I feel like specifically right now, like your words might be really potent. Like you really should take steps to like plan what you want, be very sure, and then say, okay, I'm going to do it on paper, out loud. Just speaking it into existence, I feel like the Mercury retrograde, I keep in general, I keep getting that it's going to be like a thin veil. You know how that goes. So with that being said, I feel like your words go up faster. I get a feeling of like just everything manifesting more quickly or being cemented a little more quickly than normal. I also feel like this is going to require support, or I don't know that you're worried about getting support. Oh, you might be. Okay. Oh. Okay. If you're worried about being kind of lonely, or if you're feeling kind of lonely, this might be a period of time where you're like, just in general feeling a little like not loveless completely. It's not like you don't have love in your life, but you might be desiring a partner. You might be desiring like a group, you know, like communities. Like you want people around you can depend on. And I don't get the sense that you don't have this. I more or less get this sense that like you just want something to feel like home. You want to feel like you're where you need to be. You want to be happy. You want to have your person. You want to have your people. You just want that stability, you know, in your love life, not even just romantic, just in love in general. And I feel like this plan is going to lead you to that. I think you're aware of that. You might, maybe it's the kind of circle this will put you, like literally it could be like geographical location. Or it could just be the kind of people that doing this, whatever you really aspire to do, will put you around. And it's like it puts you in this space to have all these things. I think it puts you in a better mental space, an emotional space as well, whatever it is that you want to do. And so that's why it's really important to plan it, because if you've been putting on a back burner, you might be, I don't think that's just lost, but I just think you haven't really done anything to take steps towards it. Like maybe you've been doing things that have made you happy, but it's like there's something deeper that would give you a better platform for doing whatever you've been doing that's making you happy. Or it's like you need a different space for, or a different, it's just something about the energy of whatever it is that you want to do is really important. Is a really important foundation for everything else that you want to blossom. So it's really important to focus on whatever that thing is. Under happy family, you have blossoming abundance and door to personal healing and happiness. This is right here telling me that this plan is really important because it's going to be fruitful and it's going to pay off for you. And I feel like there's some tough, I won't say terribly tough, but there are some lessons that you need to learn. And I feel like in speaking this into existence, whatever this thing may be for you, it's going to kind of set you up to deal with any emotional or mental blocks that might come up with it. Because now that you've spoken into existence, it's like, okay, we're trying to get you there, right? You know what I'm saying? You just got to be ready for it. Okay. Very interesting start. I'm liking the energy of it. You know, nothing bad. So we are going to get a spread going here. I already shuffled these cards, so y'all are not wondering why I don't shuffle. Excuse me, I haven't even set the intention yet, but I have some things falling out here. 5 of Swords and Queen of Pentacles. I don't know what that's about. Anyway, can I get a message for Cancer for November 2019? No, I just saw a card full. Okay. Can I get a message for Cancer? Okay. November 2019. Message for Cancer. Ciao. Things just falling out. November 2019. Okay, you guys are heavy hitting cards right now. Okay. Cancer, November 2019. Spirit message we have for Cancer, November 2019. Alright. So we have 5 cards in the main spread, okay? I have 3 of Cups. I love this card. I love that card. Temperance in reverse. The High Priestess. Page of Cups. And the Knight of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck we have the World. And underneath that is the 4 of Swords. Okay, y'all. Okay. Actually, there's a lot of cards here actually that I can really adore. Personally, I like 3 of Cups. Because to me, well, with this deck specifically, because it has like different like special meanings in different decks based on the illustrations. But for this, I just feel like whenever I get this card for myself, I feel like my ancestors are around supporting me. My guides, like divine assistance basically. And temperance in general means, to me, divine assistance, divine timing. In reverse with the Three of Cups, it kind of feels like, oh, divine assistance is waiting to come in. That's kind of what I'm getting right now. I feel like you're kind of waiting for divine assistance to come in, but you don't realize that you already can kind of tap into that energy for yourself. This High Priestess, that's what's kind of giving me that clue, because this is a very intuitive card. And I kind of get that, like, waiting, like, but like too much waiting. Like, you're not, okay, waiting, not anticipating. Difference in that is waiting around passively, hoping something happens or falls out the sky to give you the opportunity that you want, versus doing the work that you need to do, that you can do at this moment, and expecting it to work out for you. Okay? I don't know why I get the sense that you guys have been like silencing your intuition. It kind of feels like, oh, you might not be necessarily, your emotions are very strongly linked to your intuition. And you know, I would say this is for a lot of people, but especially for people with Cancer. And I feel like if you are not, if you're just kind of waiting around, you're not really tapped into your intuition, right? You might be stuck on the emotional part of it, or there might be kind of a disconnect that you're not paying attention to. Like, maybe you haven't been that happy, and you might be doing things that seem to make you happy or kind of keep you afloat, but you're not really doing what you need to be doing. But that's because you're not really following that kind of sense of not being particularly excited, or not being particularly emotionally connected to yourself. Like, that's supposed to lead you to your intuition about what to do, but you're kind of like skating over it a bit. And so even though it's like your ancestors are like, hey, like, we're trying to get a message through to you, but you have to be willing to let us in. You know, we're trying to talk to you, we're trying to guide you, and, you know, we're kind of at a standstill because you're not tapping in. You see what I'm saying? So you might have to be very intentional about this, right? That might mean meditating, right? That throat chakra energy, speaking into existence. That strategy, sitting down, you might literally need to write it out and say, okay, haven't journaled in a while. Let me journal and figure out, like, you have to check in with yourself, right? You're not really checking in with yourself. Is kind of what I'm getting. But I think the minute that you do is you're going to get a lot of clarity from that. But you're going to have to do a lot of self-reflection. A lot of it. This Page of Cups and this Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah. You, I don't feel like you're taking the right steps because you're not emotionally connected to yourself. And that's not to say that anything that you've been doing so far is, okay. What you've been doing to kind of like keep yourself afloat hasn't really had the emotion, it hasn't been as emotionally fulfilling as it could be. Even if you find it to make you happy or keep you occupied or whatever, it's not having the impact that it's supposed to have, because it's not, the right approach isn't being taken to it. And when I say the right approach, I mean, like, emotionally you aren't cognizant every, like, the conditions that you need to truly enjoy this. Okay? So in reflecting, you're going to be understanding what those things are. You're going to be able to meet your emotion with the strategy. Because right now you're kind of like you're not treating the cause of the problem, you're more treating the effects, you know? If you have a headache due to dehydration and you take ibuprofen, yeah, it's going to take the headache away for a while, but the issue is you're dehydrated. You know, y'all are treating, the headache with ibuprofen. I hope that makes sense. But you're not treating the root cause of the problem, and there's really deep healing that needs to happen here. And part of it is, I feel like there's going to be like reconciling with self that's going to need to take place. I'm getting easing up too. Easing up on yourself, but also like, I feel like you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself without realizing it to make this thing work for you right now. Like, it's like, okay, I'm not happy, or I'm not as happy as I could be, and you're putting all your weight into this one thing. And it's great, it's good for you. I think it's something that could end up being a part of your future in the long term. Something that's making you happy right now, for now. But, oh God, I lost my train of thought. I hope everything I've been saying makes sense, because I lost my train of thought right there. All right. I feel like I was saying something about the conditions. All right, we'll get back to that then. The World and the Four of Swords here. Oh gosh, I picked these two up, and under that's the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, you might literally have to move. So some of you guys might be in a space, like I was saying earlier about geographically, you literally might be living somewhere that's just like not your tea. It's not your vibe, like you gotta go. But it's going to take recovering. It's going to take healing and self-discovery and getting into with your emotions and your thoughts and everything, getting everything in order to be able to make that move, figure out how you want to make that move, what strategy you're going to take to make that move. If it's not geographical location, like maybe you move somewhere. Yeah, if you've moved somewhere recently and you're not really vibing with it, and it doesn't feel like the area is the problem so much as it's you, or like every time it's not coming together the way you want it to. It's like you need to be more intentional about the spaces you're putting yourself in, but because you haven't done that, you're not really enjoying, where you're at. And so you think it's the place, when really it's you not going after what you want, right? There's something to be discovered there. If it's not geographical location, which I am getting pretty strongly for a number of you, but if it's not geographical location, it's about you just figuring out where you are right now and understanding what you need to go forward. Okay, I don't want to make it seem like every single Cancer is going to listen to this has to move, or has to get with the program with having moved where they moved. You might be in the right space, geographically, but it's mentally, you're just kind of all over the place, and you got to figure some things out. I kind of want to, what do I want to clarify? Okay, I'm going to start with clarifying Temperance reversed, okay? I already shuffled these. Okay. Please clarify Temperance reversed for Cancer, November 2019. Spirit, please clarify Temperance reversed for Cancer, November 2019. Two more shuffles. Damn it. Every time I'll be like, one more shuffle, two more shuffles, and you're throwing everything out. Now I got mad cards. Okay. All right, y'all. So, whoa. Okay. Temperance reverse, we have Page of Pentacles, the Lovers. Swear I got these cards in another reading already. King of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and the Death card with the Four of Swords at the end. Yeah, okay. Okay. The Fool's at the bottom of the deck. Excuse me. Yeah, some of you guys are really longing to be in love. You're really longing to be kind of with your tribe. You know, like some of you guys are really feeling disconnected from your tribe. So if you're in an area where your friends are not, it might be really hard for you right now. If it's hard for you to make friends in the area that you're in, even if you feel like it's the right place for you, if it's hard to make friends or meet someone in the area you're in, this is just kind of like it's like interesting because it's kind of like your ancestors like, we want to give that to you. Like, we heard you. This is kind of confirmation that they heard you, you know, but certain things have to be in place. And it's like they're trying to get this message to you that, A, they heard you. So, right, this might be the confirmation that you needed. But you're going to get that confirmation further when you take time to sit with yourself. But they're trying to get that message across to you. And they're also trying to give you a pathway for how to reach it. They're also, this for me, this King of Pentacles, these could be literal people, right? Maybe it's the kind of person you want. You want somebody who's fun, sexy, irresistible, stable, like something long term, right? This is like all the energy you need for like a hot, sexy relationship that is full of love and passion and stability. You know, all of it. Like if you put this king with this queen, like that's all present in this relationship, right? So you might want that. You might literally, again, just the whole tribe energy, just like having your lover, having your friends, your people, being able, like having people who are on your wavelength, right? You might be desiring all of that. And this is confirmation that they exist. And the universe wants this for you. There's a lot of like powerful manifestation energy in this as well. So again, that you consciously tapping in, not only to receive this confirmation, but receive guidance on what's for you and what's not. This Death card is telling me like you need to understand what's for you and what's not. Because right now you guys might be entertaining things or trying to make things work that were never meant to work for you. So now it's like they're trying to get the message across to you like, hey, you're not tripping. It's not you messing things up, you know, or it's not that you made, you know, especially this is for people who have like moved somewhere recently or they're debating whether they should be there or not. Like that confirmation is coming through about, hey, no, you're right about not being here or not needing to be here. You should be somewhere else. Or it's that confirmation coming through like, no, you came to the right place or you're in the right place, but that's not what needs to die off. That's not what needs to take a break. You know, this is just being assured in the messages that you're getting. And this is reflecting on them. That Four of Swords is reflecting on them. Taking time to say, okay, I got my confirmation. I got my clarity. Now it's time to make a game plan. That's it. Period. This Fool at the bottom with the sun underneath. My goodness. You are birthing something to existence. This page, the sun, even the Fool can be a child to me, in my opinion. It's like you're really trying to bring something to fruition. Oh, some of you guys trying to have a family? Okay, hold on. Sorry, this is randomly coming through. Yeah, some of you guys are actually trying to have a family. Oh. So some of you guys have been trying to have a family and you're oh wow. Okay, this is kind of heavy. If you've been trying to have a baby and you haven't been able to have the baby, you may be wondering what's going on, or you might have been in a space where you've been accepting the fact that it's not happening for you, but it's kind of coming back to nag you, and really the issue can be rectified, right? And they're trying to give you divine guidance on how to do that. Some people might be longing to have a family, longing to build a family, and you know, you might be so far from it, you might not think it's possible. Like, you might be thinking, okay, I want to have a family, but I don't have a partner. Okay, that's step one. And I want to get married, and then I want to have kids. I want to do this within the next 3 years. How am I, you know, it's just not possible. And I don't know, you know, some of you guys might be up in age, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm just saying, like, you might be close to the point where you might be more concerned about the physical stress of having a kid. And that physical stress, like, it's stressing you out thinking about, well, I have to have it done in this amount of time. I'm getting you shouldn't be worried about the time, but I'm also kind of getting that you need to, if you want this, it can be yours, you know, so don't give up on that, but you really need to tap in, right? Yeah. That was a pretty intense message. Okay. Moving forward, we have the High Priestess. I'm going to clarify that. Somebody tells me to clarify that. Okay. Oh, I keep trying to check these cards. I already did that. Okay. Please give me clarity for Cancer, November 2019. Oh, clarity for the High Priestess. Cancer, November 2019. Okay. Oh, interesting. Sorry, let me turn this around. I'm going to start the shuffles over. Please clarify the High Priestess. For Cancer, November 2019. Please clarify the High Priestess for Cancer, November 2019. Yeah. I'm getting that family thing really strong now. Even if you're not necessarily pressed for a family right now, like, part of you finding your like, it might be really important for you to find your happiness, because you need to be able to find it the way you want it now, because down the line you do want kids, so that might not be the main pressing issue, but you're thinking long term. You're thinking long term. Okay, to clarify the High Priestess, I have the 8 of Cups, I have the 6 of Wands, I have the Devil card, and then I have the World. Yeah, y'all, yeah. I'm getting that disconnected feeling again. With your intuition, like, just you're not tapping in, but I think you're kind of, like, scared of what you're going to have to see, because I think you know it's going to be painful, right? There is going to be some healing involved. Let me just be honest with you. Like, this is telling me you're going to have to walk away from acting like things are okay, or, you know, like, there's some healing involved in this to be able to get what you want and successfully. There may be some things that don't feel like they're bothering you, or don't feel like you really need to, like, deal with it head on, and you might need to. But this is admitting that things aren't working the way you want them to. And I think that crumbling of your mindset is a little heavy to take on, because if you're in a space where you're not happy, you don't want to face that you're not happy, because then it kind of ruins everything all over again. You know, you're trying to make the best out of this space. But I think you would, yeah, I'm getting that. You would have a much easier time making the best out of this space after admitting that it's not what you want, right? Because if you admit that, the illusion comes down, and then you start to appreciate what you can. You don't hate the whole thing and try to act like you don't hate the whole thing. You know, now you can appreciate some of the parts of it that make it better, and I feel like it'll be easier for you to deal with. And it also removes that blockage of just having an illusion or a wall up that won't allow you to see what you want, right? You have to see the truth of the situation to be able to address it. And I think also in seeing the truth of the situation, you'll also see that where you're at, even if it's not meant to be where you're at, it holds more for you than you thought it did before. I feel like that's for people who feel like they're literally in the wrong location. That there's something more that whatever space you're in can offer you, but you're not seeing it because you're too busy acting like you don't even see the fact that you hate it, because you don't want to deal with the fact that you're somewhere you hate to be. Even if that's just an emotional situation for you. It doesn't have to do with the geographical location. I keep getting geographical location. The world. It's like, move, honey, move. But even still, just holding on to whatever makes you feel safe or comfortable in the time being is actually preventing you from moving forward. And I think some of you guys may be trying to I feel like that waiting, not anticipating thing comes back into play because you're hoping for something to kind of come and give you an out without doing this. So it's not too tough of a transition. But that tough transition is very necessary for you to be ready for what you're praying for. All right, y'all. Lord. Let's see what we have here. Do I want to clarify anything else? Okay, I'm kind of getting to clarify the Page of Cups and Knight of Pentacles at once. So I will do that. I don't keep shuffling these freaking cards. Damn it. Okay. Please clarify the Page of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles for Cancer to November 2019. Clarify Page of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles for Cancer, November 2019. Please clarify Page of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah. I'll shuffle. Okay. 3 cups at the bottom of the deck. I'm telling you, your ancestors want this for you. I got 2 cards. I got the 7 of Cups and the 8 of Staffs. Honey, listen. You are living in a state of illusion that you need to come out of. Like, you have to bring that veil down. And I think the Mercury retrograde is going to do that for you. It's going to force you to look at what it is and not just what you want it to be, or you know what you're trying to create it to be. It's not that you can't create your own reality, but you need to see like what this is without being in your head or trying to create a false narrative. You know, like, you need to see the truth. And once you do, it's like things move quickly. Like, you can really... I feel like... I don't know why the first numbers I got were 3 to 6 months. For people, if you're, like, trying to move... I really get that you can make that happen in 3 to 6 months. I really do. But you have to address this. So from the point of addressing this, I think you can make it happen. If it means getting a new job, if it means getting a new place, obviously it's probably going to mean at least one of those. Well, probably both of those. Whatever. I think you can make it happen in 3 to 6 months. And I don't know why I'm getting that, but I am. But... if you're in that lucky group that doesn't have to change locations, or, you know, it's more of an emotional situation than it is about where you're physically at, I feel like that can happen in 1 to 3 months. Whatever I'm getting those numbers for is what it is. But things are going to move quickly. If you're trying to move, like, you may be like 3 to 6 months. If you're trying to move, okay, and get on the job and have the money to do so, 3 to 6 months is pretty quick. Like, it's pretty quick. And with everything that you need to address and handle and take care of, like, it's going to go quickly. You're going to notice a change. Obviously, healing, I feel like a lot of times when you really dive into your healing, it doesn't take as long as you think it will. But because it's painful or it's hard, you think it takes a while, but really things are changing quite rapidly. You need to speak this into existence. I can't say that enough. You speak it into existence during this retrograde. I don't know if this retrograde is like very well aspected or something, but it's like it's going up instantly. And your guys got you back. I got the world again right under this card. I'm telling you, some of y'all are moving, period, 3 to 6 months, period. And I think you're going to be extremely happy about that. Some of you guys really need that confirmation right now, or need that fire up under your butt, because you might have lost touch with it, or just kind of gotten real like lax about it. No, it's game time. I'm not going to, well, I'll clarify the world. I don't feel like a need to clarify the world, but I will. You know, and that's why it didn't shuffle right, because I reshuffled it. I don't know why I keep doing this. Please clarify the world for Cancer, November 2019. Please clarify the world for Cancer. Love it. Last shuffle. Look at that. Okay. So I have the King of Wands. I have the Nine of Swords. I have Justice. And at the bottom of the deck, I have the Hermit. Over here. Under that is the... That's kind of fast. Under that is the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. This is all within your power to manifest. And you need to start tapping into that. And this is kind of like... This Nine of Swords into this Justice card to me is really saying like all of that anxiety and worry and overthinking coming into balance. Like this is you being like, okay, I know what to do. Like we're just going to drop this. I know what to do now. I know how to move forward. This King of Wands is moving forward confidently. Moving forward with a sense of assuredness. Assurance. That's the word I'm looking for. Assurance. This is you after you've made the plan. Being like, all right, well, that was easy. All I have to do is figure out what I was doing. All right, now I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to look for transfers. I'm going to look for this kind of job in this area. This is the area I want to get to. This is the salary I need. It's you being like, all right, I know everything exactly what I want to manifest. Do not speak, let me say that. Don't speak anything you are unsure about. You need to plan before you start speaking this into existence, writing your petitions, doing whatever. You need to know exactly what you want. And don't be like, oh, well, I really want to make $80,000, but, 70 to 80 is okay, Spirit. No, ask for 80. You're powerful right now. Like, you need to tap into that. Some of you guys have some major creative ideas. Yeah, this man. Some of you guys have some intense creative ideas. I know I've been talking about moving a lot and everything, but some of you guys have some really great ideas. Some of you guys are musically gifted. Interesting. I don't know, just fifth chakra energy, I guess. Musically gifted, artistically gifted, but in ways that you use like music or singing, producing, things like that. Some of you guys are really gifted and you've been debating, how you're going to go about this, how you're going to, you want to do it, but you don't know where to start, and it gives you a lot of anxiety. Maybe not everyone supports it, and you want support. Like, you can find the people who are going to love you and support you, but you have to be willing to go after what you want, and you have to be willing to say that where you're at is not it. For a lot of you, literally leave. Even if that's on an emotional level, you have to be ready to leave. And it's gonna put you in a space where you have to really think about it. You can't just go forward without a plan. And you can't go forward half knowing what you want. You need to know exactly what you want. But as soon as you know exactly what you want, my God, that Ace of Pentacles comes through. You ain't even nothing. That's gonna be it. Let's get some advice. Sorry, I put these cards up. It was 38 minutes. So I see how these readings gonna be coming along. All right. Can I get some advice for Cancer, November 2019? Can I get some advice for Cancer, 2019? Oh, Cancer, November 2019. 3 more shuffles. Can I get some advice for Cancer, November 2019? Okay. I got crown chakra, and I got control, which is akin to the strength card in tarot. At the bottom, I actually got base chakra. Okay, this is a random message coming through. Some of you guys, are being controlled. psychically. And like, it's like there's somebody in your field who doesn't want you to own this about yourself. This is not for all of you. This is not for all of you. But for some of you guys, you have somebody around who doesn't really want you to realize this dream that you have or realize this move because they just don't want to lose you. It's very selfish, but it's not. Okay, well, all of it is selfish. Okay, for selfish reasons. Some people want the best for you. They're just scared of how this is going to affect you and them. Other people, it's like if you break out of their if you're out of their grasp, or if you realize how powerful you are and how lucrative this could be for you, it's like they don't have the control over you that they like. This is for people in relationships, period. Like, it could be any kind of relationship, but it's like they know that they're not going to be able to keep you around because it's like you realize what you want and you realize they're not what you want. Some of these people are scared of that and don't know that it would never be like that. And so they're trying to like convince you out of it. I feel like they're going to show themselves this month, in some way, shape, or form. If not this month, within like the first 1 to 2 months of you really doing this for yourself, they're going to reveal themselves. Like, you're going to see those fears peek through. But yeah, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, I just don't want you to leave me or forget about me. Or, I don't want to start over if you're rooming with someone. I want to start over and lose you and have to, it just might be a lot of stress on them. Doesn't mean stop, but, they might just need to talk about it. But for the people who are like, there are some people who know damn well you leave and that's it. Like, you're not coming back. Not only are you not coming back, like, even if they try to catch up with you, they wouldn't have a chance. They're very comfortable with you not at full capacity. And I feel like there is somebody who, like I said, soul family, tribe, like your people are waiting on you. It's like when you step into this space, they're going to be right there to embrace you. And you are just going to be happy as hell. Not looking back for a goddamn second. Okay? Somebody's terrified of that. That's on them. In both cases, whether you want to be compassionate about it or not, that's on them, right? Yeah, that root chakra energy is like, this is giving you the stability that you want, but it's screwing up somebody else's. That is not for everybody. I do not want you all to feel like, I think this is just here to remind you not to feel guilty when it happens, because doing what's best for you is what's best for you, period. But there are going to be some people who are going to be shaken up by this. Okay. Was that advice? Oh, I guess it was. Like, just don't be concerned. Don't feel guilty about what you're doing. I feel like some other message wants to come out of this card. Oh, don't be scared to face yourself. Don't be scared of what that means. Don't be scared of confronting the pain that you're going to have to confront when you admit that you're not happy here, because ultimately it's going to tell you what to do to be happy here or tell you to move. Either way, don't be afraid. Don't feel guilty and go after what you want with all the faith in the world, okay? I hope that resonates with you guys. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so much for trusting me. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.